What's happening? It's Contrast Uncut, Season 2, Episode 27, Uncle Snoop's Army, Bobby D presents. I appreciate you, brothers. None of this shit would be happening without y'all. And man, ladies and gentlemen, I got a very, very special guest. You may see him on the side of this screen and having a ball. But if you don't know who he is, I guarantee you've seen him before. Whether it's battle rapping and you know, educating so many of these battle rappers and helping them pretty much land a steep place in people's brains when it comes to watching this stuff. I mean, he's like a pioneer to this. He's battled rap with some of the biggest names there is. I mean, he's even been on a team to battle somebody with Disaster. Like, how fucking dope is that? To battling Arsenal, to battling the king of 106 in Park, Hollow the Don. I mean, bro, you had some of the most big time battles, and bro, like through those biggest moments, bro, you did not crack under pressure. You was over there like sprayed on cement or something with no creases. So, you know, and then you've worked with some of the biggest names in this hip hop game. From Tech 9 to Cool G Rap to DJ Green Lantern to Cap It Down to, you know, the single we got right now, Know Me Like That with Method Man. Like, bro, you've been, you know, you touched greatness over and over again. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Brian Peoples, aka Okwerdz, is in the building.
Hey, brr. Hey, what's up?
Man, you know, can't complain, bro.
But I'm not really in the building.
Yeah, you know, you in the Wi-Fi building. Building.
Via the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, in this quarantine world, we want to be in everyone's building from social distance.
Yeah, we want to be safe, man. Don't touch.
Man, I'm happy I don't have my mask on, my gloves on, because I ain't going nowhere.
I feel like I should have wore one in the interview anyway, just because.
Man, just to remind people what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
What's happening, brother? How's everything going? You virus free or what?
Hey, man, I'm good. I haven't been in contact with no humans in a couple of weeks, so I think it's safe to say that I do not have it right now.
Good.
So it's cool. I just been, you know, we had to close the business down, so I'm just at the crib making art, and like everybody in the entertainment industry right now, we've been slapped with this shit, not just the health factor, but the financial factor and like the what are we supposed to fucking do for a living factor where we can't go nowhere. So we've been making the best of it. Everyone's trying to find their niche, like going live and you know, things of that nature.
Yeah, the reality of society is something that no one predicted other than movies in the 90s.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty real depictions of like what's going on right now. They show everything, like the people hoarding the fucking hand sanitizer and all that. Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy movie.
Yeah, like, you know, I trip out on the fact that people think they get clout for weighing up hand sanitizer wipes and putting it in a baggie. Like, bro, you don't get no type of respect for that at all. Nah. You might as well take some dirty diapers and put it in a bag if you want to talk that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's stupid, man. Like, if you just buy what you need and be cool, we'll all make it through this thing.
Yeah, no, you got crazy motherfuckers that got 1,000 pallets of toilet paper off of the 99-cent store.
I mean, I stocked up on food for a week because I knew that I wasn't gonna be leaving for like a month or whatever. But you know, even then, I wasn't hoarding. Like, I did a very little bit each day. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I went in there and fucking bought all the steaks, bought all the fucking water. You know what I mean? A little bit at the fucking time, what you fucking need, so other people could get some shit too.
Hey, but sometimes that environment creates a beast out of you. The monster comes out and you're like, this motherfucker got 5 things of water. There's only 5 left. Fuck it, I'm gonna be a monster too. I'm gonna grab 5 things of water.
Yeah, that's what creates the panic, because you see everybody buy all the water and you're like, damn, maybe I won't be able to get water, so I better get the fucking water. You know, and then everybody else starts thinking like that and it gets fucked up.
So what's your spin on the toilet paper?
I mean, we're, you know, in this household, we've adopted the 3 seashells. Man.
I hope you got some lotion or some type of like cream or something, because that shit gonna be rough.
You mean you don't know how to use the 3 seashells?
Nah, I guess I'm privileged over here, man. I got notebook paper to rip out. I ain't gonna go to seashells because they sell them at the store.
It's a movie quote from Demolition Man. It's a good movie. You should check that out. I got some toilet paper, man. I'm good. I didn't buy like fucking wild amounts like some of these fucking crazy people, but I got enough. I got what I need. Nothing too overtly crazy.
Fair enough. Well,
I think there's more important shit to stock up on, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, people ain't buying enough food to be equivalent to the amount of shit that they're gonna need for the toilet paper. You know what I mean? You buying all this toilet paper, you didn't buy even enough food to shit that much in general. You gotta have even ratio, the food to toilet paper ratio.
Otherwise, you're having constipated talk.
So what are you doing? You got all this toilet paper, you don't even got no food to shit.
You know what? I guarantee they're gonna start toilet paper in people's houses after this. He's like, Okwerdz was right. He was talking about me. I don't have enough food to shit, but you know what? I'm still gonna stunt. That's why I bought this shit. I'm gonna go put it on the neighbor's tree.
Like fucking ammunition and food and medications and things of that nature.
Exactly. You know what? Let's go ahead and get into my quote. Weigh in how it relates to you or if it doesn't. And, we get this show on the road.
Let's do it.
Humility will open more doors than arrogance ever will. Zig Ziglar.
Well, yeah, I mean, that goes without saying. That's pretty obvious. Absolutely, of course.
How does it relate to you and all the different walls and barriers that you've been able to knock down in your music career?
Well, I mean, I guess, being somebody that people want to deal with, you could have all the talent in the world, but if you're a dick, no one's really gonna fuck with you. It doesn't matter. You could be the fucking Michael Jordan of whatever you do in life, but if you're an asshole, like, nobody's gonna want to fucking deal with you no matter how good you are. So it doesn't really matter. And that goes for being an asshole or being arrogant or whatever. It's all under like the same umbrella or whatever. It's all the same thing. You're gonna be better off if people like to deal with you at anything that you do, whatever it is that you do.
I find it so interesting because you are hella humble and you can see it. It's like all the proof is out there. But more than that, you're a battle rapper. So you have to cut the throats. You have to step on people's necks. You have to talk about some of the things that other people wish they had the balls to talk about, and you throw it right in their face in front of everybody. And you're still so humble and you understand the values of being a genuine person.
I mean, it's I guess a battle is a very different place than just regular life. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are always telling me like, man, I'm surprised you're so chill when we hang out. You're not like yelling and screaming and da-da-da or whatever. And I'm like, well, a battle rap, right now we're chilling and we're smoking. I don't really feel the need to start yelling at nobody right now. It's like, in a battle, it's a survival situation. Someone's trying to like make me look awful in front of all these people. So I'm in a survival mode that's not like, I don't feel like that every fucking second of every day. Just because you see me on a 30-minute video screaming at some guy doesn't mean that I just walk around like all the time. You know what I mean? It's just not really.
Do people come up in the stalls next to you? They see you go to the bathroom and they send you like bars, like diss bars, or any type of crazy stories like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, people run up on me everywhere I go, dude. It doesn't even matter. Different states, countries, like people in the weirdest places people find. Even the cops be pulling up on me. And I got scared one time that I was gonna get arrested in Vegas. And it turned out this cop was like a fan of mine. And I was like shook because he followed me and pulled me aside. And I'm like, what the fuck does this fool want? You know what I mean? He was like, yo, are you Okwerdz, dog? And I was like, what the fuck? Because I was lit. I was fucked up in Vegas. And it was before like all that kind of stuff was like more legal and acceptable in Las Vegas. So I was like, I already peeped that this cop was like lightweight following me on foot. We were walking. And then he said, hey, you know, turn around, come here. And I was like, oh shit, right? I just landed. Like, I just got here, man. I'm already in trouble.
You trying to ruin my vacation, motherfucker?
What's going on here, man?
Man, people don't understand. When you're from the Bay, Reno's the closest place to go to like that. So when you make it to Vegas, it's a big deal.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, people pull me aside everywhere, man. People always want to promote themselves because, you know, they think it's their one fucking chance or whatever it is. Not like I could even do anything crazy for them anyway, but that's how they envision it. But everybody just wants to promote themselves. But really, at the end of the day, what you want to do is just speak to someone like a regular person and fucking have a conversation and build a relationship and friendship that way. And then the music type of stuff will come more naturally. You know what I mean? If you just come up to somebody and only think about yourself and not even like view the other person as like a fucking human being that you may want to like say hello, or you know what I mean? Not just like, hey, give me, you know what I mean? That kind of thing can really stop you, I think, in your tracks. A lot of people approach things in the wrong way. It's a lot like talking to a girl. You don't just fucking, you know what I'm saying? You gotta fucking talk for a second. You know, you gotta say things. You know what I mean? You gotta greet, say hello. You can't just rip her clothes off right away, right?
Exactly. No, you're right. No, the reason why I think about it, because I can imagine a skit of you like shopping in the store and someone runs up to you and starts trying to battle you and you're like, motherfucker, I'm buying pasta.
Yeah, I mean, people have tried that sort of thing before, you know, depending on the situation, what's going on. Like, if it's just like me and them or whatever, I'll probably just laugh at them and walk away, or tell them like, give me some money. Or like, if it was in front of a lot of people though, at like an event, I might give them like one fucking bar and just shut them down and then walk away. Just give them one real quick. It's happened a couple of times.
He said, let me go for the knockout so that you understand you walk to a champ and then walk your ass with your tail between your legs.
It was better than the whole thing that you just said. I just give you one. And that's all that you could afford right now. You can't even afford, that's a loan. That's like a fucking charitable donation.
You can't get no sweat equity off of this, buddy. Nah. Hey, so let me ask you this. Do you feel like the game chose you, or did you choose the game?
Maybe I chose the game. I don't know. Maybe it chose me. I don't know. I'd like to think that it chose me. I guess everyone would like to think that, but who really fucking knows at the end of the day? I was just a big fan, and it just seemed to naturally fit together.
So would you say that, you know, battle rapping was like the beginning of your music career, or did you start off just writing lyrics and making songs and then like you were always known to roast people, or like how did this monster of Okwerdz become about?
Well, I was kind of doing both at the same time, really, in the beginning, but I knew battling people was a good way to get a crowd of people to know about you immediately. And just before I started rapping, like I was good at like making fun of people and like telling jokes and talking shit and stuff like that. So it was more or less, I knew that was a way to get in front of people and it's kind of like a warp zone where more people could see you faster. Whereas if you was just an artist trying to get your name up and you didn't battle, I feel like it would be a lot harder. Because battle rap, if you're good at battle rap, it'll get you in front of a lot of people really fast. So that's where that came from. And honestly, like freestyling and battling is some of my first introductions to me rapping, period. Not getting into rap, because I was into that as a kid already, but the introductions to me rapping a lot of times were like freestyle, ciphers, battling people. So it was just like, it was an introduction, knew I was good at it, entered the organized tournaments, and it just kind of took off from there.
Because you know what mind blows me is that you're from Stockton, California. Shout out the West Coast, shout out Cali, shout out Northern California. But it mind blows me on how many people fuck with you. Like across the board, like normally people on the East Coast, they be like, fuck the West Coast. Like they even do that to kids in sports today. Like it's crazy. And you know, you have these songs, you got Method Man, you got Cool G Rap, you got, I mean, even Tech Nines, I can understand why that song happened, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? For them to take the time to go fuck with you, it's big. And
Hey man,
so,
they respect bars. They respect real lyrics. They don't give a fuck where you come from. Like if you sit and have a conversation with Method Man or Cool G Rap about hip hop, like the fucking obscure shit that they know that you wouldn't think about that they know, like they know everybody, like their ears to the fucking street, and they know about people that you wouldn't think that would even fucking care about because they're Method Man or oh I'm Cool G Rap because they're so above everybody, but they know about everybody. They know. They keep their ear to the street and they respect real bars. And that at the end of the day, that's what it is. Are you real? Do you got real bars?
wow, no, big facts, big facts. Because if you ain't got it, then you feel me, you're borrowing it from somebody. And especially in those times, you couldn't borrow no type of lyrics from anybody. And if they found out about you, you was kicked out the group type shit.
Yeah, I mean now I don't I don't gotta worry if someone doesn't like my shit or they don't like my style or whatever. It's like that's cool. It's an objective opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like Method Man fucks with me. Like I don't gotta like it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
Method Man said that I rap good. So it's not even really an opinion anymore. Like it's there. It's someone just etched that motherfucker in stone. You know what I mean? Like it's in there. I don't know. I'm not worried. I'm not worried of no opinion because the people that I respect fuck with me.
Right.
So
right.
cool. That's all that matters. I don't care about anybody else.
No, it's almost like if you're like a striving scientist and Albert Einstein fucking came and said, oh, you're the shit. And everyone else doesn't see it that way, but he fucking told you that and boom.
That'd be different if like Method Man came out in public and was like, Okwerdz, I heard you, you're fucking terrible. Stop. You know what I mean? No, that would be different. You know what I mean? Then I'd be like, shit, maybe I do suck. You know what I mean?
So what was your big confirmation that, you know, everything that you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing? I can't imagine you being a waiter at fucking like Red Lobster trying to juggle people's orders and then spitting the rap back and then talking about people's boyfriends. I can imagine it, but I can't. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. There's been many moments that are what made me keep going because I knew that this had to be something. It had to mean something. Like not everybody gets the opportunity to do the things that I did, and it's like it comes to a point where like most motherfuckers that's rapping, if they not a fucking millionaire by the time they get to my age, they're like, you might want to fucking quit your fucking dream or whatever. But other people, when it comes to me, they can't really argue why I keep going. They're like, well, shit, you just did a song with Method Man. I mean, fuck, can't really argue. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit. You can't even debate it. It's like, well, fuck, he got a song. He did this. Now he's doing this and that. Like, holy shit. Well, fuck, that's a lifetime opportunity. You got to do that. Like any random person will understand that.
Right. Is there a specific moment that stands out the most where it was like, man, no, this is it?
Man, I think honestly, maybe a couple of days after my battle with Arsenal came out, there was a huge shift in my life. I mean, even before that, I had way big milestones even before that, but like, I think when even the Jay's Juice battle changed, like, you know what I mean? I'll go out in Stockton and they let me in the club for free, a little level like that, you know what I mean? Because the Jay's Juice shit was on World Star and it was kind of popping or whatever, but when the Arsenal shit came out, like it was different. There was a different vibe in the air. You know what I mean? Like I went to the mall and like 7 people took pictures with me. You know what I mean? Like this, like 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit's like, that's when the shit changed. You know, right there. And then all kinds of other milestones after that just kept coming after that. But that was one where I felt probably the biggest shift where I was like, whoa, things are very different right now.
And would you say, throughout your career, would you feel like there's a lot of highs and lows? because I mean, I know it takes money to set up these battles. It takes the behind the scenes. It takes a lot of work, and a lot of people got the game fucked up about it. And so, you know, I want to ask, like, what were the highs and lows? Just one quick story, if you could.
I mean, the highs and lows of just battle rap or everything?
Yeah, well, actually just being an artist, really, because, you know, you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find your lane. You get your confirmation, battling's there. I mean, as we hit fast forward, you think about all the songs you've done, you have quality projects, quality work.
Thank you. I mean, wow. I mean, it's a long question. I mean, there's a lot of highs and lows in everything, a lot of disappointments, a lot of people that, a lot of different times that you thought it was gonna be the time. Someone had promised you something and it never, you know what I mean? Like, you never know when something's gonna happen. I think the biggest lows are like the disappointments of things like that, or something where you put a lot of work in and it didn't go well, you know what I mean? Or it didn't go the way you wanted it to, or it actually went bad. Those things suck. I've had, you know, I've had a couple times in my career where things were harder than others. But you know, you just got to keep pushing, man. Fuck all that. That's all you can really do, because the highs are so worth it, man. Like, you could play 20 whack-ass shows with 2 people there, but then when you play that one fucking 10,000 people show, it's like, whoo, I'm glad I did that.
Right.
There's a lot of people too, like, you know, you got to put the work in, you got to play those whack shows, because there's motherfuckers now, you got to think, this world is crazy, man. People go viral right now. Imagine blowing up completely and going completely viral on the very first music video that you ever released in your life, like on some Slim Jesus shit, right? These dudes have never even done a single show in their life. And all of a sudden, they've blown up and they can sell out shows and do all this shit. But when they get on the stage, they've never even performed before and they don't even know what to do. And it's just weird. Their show sucks, but they got all these people there, but their show is whack. You know what I mean? That's why I'm glad. I've played a bunch of whack shows. I've played millions of great shows, whack shows, everything over the last 20 years. But I know if my shit blows up like that, I'm ready to rock thousands of people. I got mad experience overseas, domestically, like tons of show experience, man. So you got to put that work in before it pops off, for sure. You got to take those lows and grind them out, man, because that really is the test. Do you deserve to be here? Like, everybody can push hard when shit's going good. Like, right. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? The real test is, okay, well, let's drop some bricks on your fucking head and see how you deal with it. You know what I mean? That's what you got to deal with. You know, the highs make it all worth it, though, because at the end of the day, if you really love this shit, you're gonna do it anyway, whether motherfuckers is watching it or not watching it. This is just what I do. I don't know anything else to do.
Facts. No, that's facts. Because, you know, that just, it supports that, you know, you believed in plan A so much that plan B was to support plan A. And nothing is to come after that.
Basically.
No, this shit's real. So let me ask you this. You know, I've, you know, test of time, battle rappers are by far the best lyricists in the world, honestly, in my opinion. And, you know, you got them, and you got comedians.
I have a couple of industry artists, but yes, go on.
So, you know, with that being said, how come it's so hard for battle rappers to transfer that heat of the 30 or, you know, 100 people, 300 people, 500 people in a crowd and transfer that into real fans and eclectic music?
Well, because, you know, battle rapping and making music are just two very different things. I think just because you have a lot of bars, you know, in a rap battle, doesn't necessarily mean that you have your voice, you know, you found your voice in the recording side of things, because I think it takes a lot of training and a lot of time and practice to be good at battle rap, constantly thinking about stuff like that. You have to put that same time into making music. They're not, I mean, fundamentally, yes, you're writing raps, but there's still two different things. So it's like, just because you're good at one doesn't mean you're good at the other. A lot of people, you know, and shit sounds different live than recorded. Some people's voices sound great live when they're screaming at your face, but when you hear a recorder, their voice is trash. So it's a lot of those different things, you know, and a lot, you know, like I said, you got to put the time in the practice and the music the same way as you would sharpening your battle rap skills.
Right. No, because I always think of the story of Black, you know, and he went from being a big time battle rapper to transferring that heat into like making hit records and you know, they were love songs. And so it's like, it's sort of oxymoron, because here you have a battle rapper that's at someone's throat, but he's making hits for love songs. And, you know, it changed his bank account for the greater, changed his family's lives. But it's just, it's always just so mind blowing to hear it from, especially like from your perspective. I know the answer, but I wanted to hear your side.
Yeah. I mean, you know, making music is different. Like I said, we experiment different things. Like, you wouldn't go into a battle and try to sing against a motherfucker. I mean, maybe for a couple bars, but like, you know, as kind of like a thing, but like, you wouldn't do your whole round like that. But if that's how you want to fucking make music, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different world. That's how, you know, music is typically sung in most genres. We the ones rapping, like most other music is singing.
Right. No, right. Shit. No, yeah, no, you're right. Because even like blues and country music and all that shit, they may write lyrics like a rapper, but they're not delivering it like a rapper.
Well, they are now. The country artists are now, though, because they see how it's the most popular genre of music in the world now. And they're like, fuck, now these country singers be sounding like the fucking Migos and shit. I be hearing it. I've heard it. I work at a radio station, so I've heard it.
You know, it's funny because, you know, the country music didn't want to give Lil Nas X his flowers and give him love. But now they got the whole culture of country music trying to become rappers and steal his career.
I feel like they've been doing that for a while. Even before Lil Nas X, they've been trying to do that.
Facts. No, that's really
country singers, they're making diss songs. They got these little fucking country gangster songs. They got motherfuckers that rap like Migos. I'm telling you. That's the shit that these fools doing right now.
No, you're right, bro. And you understand bars. And so they be roasting people and talking shit about people, and they go over people's head and having kids sing along. And you don't even realize you done talked about Garth Brooks' baby mama sister or something.
Yeah, for real. For real. They be talking about shooting people too, man.
Oh shit, I haven't listened to none of that. But I can't take a country singer like serious unless like he was talking about someone breaking into his truck or something.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I fucks with Willie Nelson. Heavy. Heavy fucks with Willie Nelson. I'm not
it's a dream of mine to smoke with Willie Nelson.
Same.
Like,
we should get him on the podcast a few times, man, but his schedule is always so busy when he comes around.
Shit, I'm in Bakersfield, and you know, Bakersfield, Merle Haggard, Buck Owens, and so he comes through here and shit, and but
was it Merle Haggard, the one that did the fucking Colin Kaepernick diss song or something like that? One of them old country fuckers did that shit, man. Whichever one it was, fuck them. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, fuck them too, man.
I don't know, maybe I'll take it back if it wasn't him, but I know that one of them fucking old school country motherfuckers did that shit. I feel like it might have been him. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. But it's one of them motherfuckers, they did it.
Nah, fuck them, man. At the end of the day, if they make decisions like that, like that's on their career. Like music is one thing, but y'all do dumbass shit like that, y'all just pretty much hung yourselves.
I mean, you can't be surprised that that's how they feel.
Yeah, no, that's true. It gives us a chance to talk shit.
They weren't racist. I'm like, oh shit, he's cool. Okay, Garth.
Yeah, do tell. Do you have some real hood experiences?
Yeah, hey, you know how funny speaking of Garth Brooks though, I saw this thing on the internet a couple weeks ago. Did you see it? He was in Detroit. Garth Brooks was in Detroit, and I think he was performing at like a football game or something, and he had a Barry Sanders jersey on, because he played in Detroit, right? And he posted a picture of it on Instagram.
They thought it was
he's in Detroit with the Sanders, and it says 20 because the number's 20. It says Sanders 20 on the back of the jersey. And all of his fans just went crazy. Oh my God, they'd never heard of Barry Sanders, and just like I'm fucking. There's like we disown you for voting for Bernie Sanders, or like we hate you, and it's like, yo, it's fucking Barry Sanders.
Yeah, the greatest running back in NFL history.
Hilarious, bro. Because I think the caption made it even funnier. Because like, I think something like Garth Brooks was like something like, "Thank you for everything you've done for us," or some shit. Thank you for the support, or some shit. Like, and like shouting out Detroit hella hard and shit. Like, it was funny.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that shit was comedy because shit, they're canceling elections. That's how dumb these people are. But yeah, they really thought it was 2020 for Bernie Sanders.
It's hilarious. That just shows how stupid motherfuckers are. Like, when would Bernie Sanders ever have a fucking football jersey? First of all,
seriously.
That just sound like something he would fucking do.
So let me go ahead and transition out of this music. I talk to you about music all fucking day if I could, but let me get the listeners back on task. I have a segment, pretty much it's awareness segment, and it's where we talk about, a lot of youngsters don't know what to do in a situation of being pulled over. When them red and blue lights hit, that high beam hits your back and neck and sees who else is in the car. You hear that sound, blurt, blurt, and so I asked my guests the last time they were pulled over or a time that stood out, so that one, we can get the story out of a testimony, and two, what to do in those situations. And I guarantee you, as you talked about earlier in Vegas, you got police that are fans that'll stop you. So, I also want to get people across that it's not just a color thing, it's a shit culture thing. Like, people categorize you as us versus them, and the us part is us civilians versus them police. And, people forget about that. So I just want to take the time and shed the light on it while we have the platform.
Yeah, I'll tell you about a funny time I got pulled over, man. It's funny. It's a funny story. We were on our way back. It actually doesn't really have much to do with the topic of what you can do during the stop, but we can definitely talk about that after the story. But we were coming back from Arizona. We had some shows in Arizona. I want to say it was like 2003, maybe. We're driving through Arizona. We're cutting through San Diego. We're going to crash in San Diego for the night. We're driving through San Diego, and our driver is going like 105 miles an hour, smashing, right? And cop pulls us over. He sees us, pulls us over. He's not happy at all that we have gone over 100 miles an hour. Takes my friend's driver's license and goes to his car, right? And we're chilling for a second as he's, doing his thing or whatever. And all of a sudden I happen to look up in the mirror, and I notice that the police officer is now running at our car, like full speed running at our fucking car. And I'm in the back seat. I'm telling him, like, we're stuffed in this fucking car. We're on tour, like broke rapper tour shit. And I'm like, I don't want to alarm anybody, but the cop is fucking running right now at us. And we're all like, oh shit, what the fuck, right? He runs up to the fucking, the driver's side window, fucking throws the ID into my friend's chest, like fucking Gambit throwing a fucking car, just like that. And fucking, he looks at my boy, says, "This is your lucky day, kid." And he fucking runs off. He runs off, gets in his car, turns the fucking siren on, and does a fucking U-turn in the middle of the freeway and just gone. I don't know what the fuck happened. There was some serious shit going down. Whatever saved us, because we was about to be in very serious fucking trouble.
Right.
And because I've done that before, and I've had my license suspended. That shit sucks. My boy was about to be in fucking trouble. But they let us go. We all paused there for a second and kind of like breathed and was like, whoa. And we looked, it was like, well, he did go the opposite way. So we started just going 105 miles an hour again, right back to our destination.
He said, man, it's important to get there on time, and the fucking cops slowed us down, damn it.
Punctual, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, hey, we may be going through the struggle being stuck in the van.
That fast. We were young and stupid. I don't recommend that, people at home.
So what's one thing you guys could have done differently besides slow the fuck down?
I think that was probably the main thing we could have did was slow the fuck down would be the best thing we could have did.
You know what? I'm just going to throw it out there. Do you feel like you guys got the pass because you're white privilege?
I think we definitely would have got some reassurances because of it, but I think in this specific situation, we got the pass because there must have been some kind of fucking emergency that was more important. Because the way these motherfuckers sped off, crazy. But I do believe in that. You're right, man. Fucking, I believe in most cases, if you get pulled over by a police officer, all you really can do, I'm not saying it ever is gonna work. All you can ever do is be cool and try to follow their directions. But at the end of the day, that shit hardly ever fucking works ever, especially for motherfuckers that don't look like me. That's the truth of the matter, clearly. But all you really can do is try to be on your best behavior. What else can we do? These motherfuckers is evil. What else can we really do?
You know what? To be honest with you, I used to go on runs, and you know, thank God for jurisdiction laws. But I used to be a runner, right? And they used to put me in the passenger seat just because my skin was white. You know what I'm saying? And we rarely got pulled over sometimes. So you know, I bring it up as a joke, but it's the truth. Like you know, they look at it like, oh, they must be friends going somewhere.
Oh, it's very true, man. We've been pulled over with task force, all type of things, man. Talk about that one, I guess.
No, we'll save that from another episode. So I have my next segment. It's called Trading Places, like the movie Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy.
That's my top 3 Christmas movie, by the way.
Hey, so I took that idea because you know I grew up poor. Like my family was wealthy, and then my dad passed away, so we grew up poor. So we always wanted to know what it was like to have money, even though like we're supposed to have it, but we don't. And so, you know, I always think about that movie and waking up in other places. And then I was like, how do I apply that and make it interesting and fun? Because we just talked about some crazy shit on the last time they got pulled over. You know, it might cause PTSD. So let me think of something fun. And so here we are. I have this segment called Trading Places. So question number 1 is, will it work? Question number 2 is, what would life be like if they traded places? So for you, I have Michael Vick trading places with Scott Storch.
Let me think about that for a second. So trading places as in, there's still, Scott Storch is still Scott Storch. He just woke up in Michael Vick's life. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
And now Michael Vick woke up in Scott Storch's life, but we're gonna rewind this time caps to back in the day, and then we're gonna laugh about it.
Okay.
So now it's Scott Storch that's the number 1 running NFL quarterback, break the rushing record, and he's fighting dogs and all of that shit. And
you better get his ass to the gym. He's already fucked up. If he got to still have his own body, he's in trouble. I don't know if that's gonna work at all. He ain't in the NFL with that fucking body and all the coke that he snorted. I don't know if it's gonna work. Straight out the gate, it already ain't seem like it ain't gonna work.
But shit, if he was pushed back in the 80s at that time, he may have gotten away with it because they was doing like in the 2000s, people was drinking energy drinks like it was Gatorade for games.
I don't know if he's in I don't know if he's in NFL playing shape. I don't know if there's ever been a time period in Scott Storch's life that he's ever been in that kind of shape. I don't know. We should have picked someone a little more of a muscular build.
You know, we could have an imagination that he has a trainer and he got his life together.
I just see him getting cracked. Scott Storch doesn't seem like the most coordinated man on the fucking football field.
He's going to be like David Carr and lead the NFL in sacks for the history of the NFL.
Man.
So it won't work. Number 1, it won't work.
I don't think it will work. Just off that alone, he couldn't have done that. He couldn't play. He couldn't play.
Number 2, do you think that Michael Vick could have been a dope ass producer and worked on all these hits? Do you think he could have battled Manny Fresh like he did the other day?
That sounds a lot more believable. than Scott Storch being a football player. I would believe that before I believed the other.
Now, can you believe Scott Storch fighting dogs?
Yeah, maybe. He's into some wild shit. And like if that shit got reported on the news tonight, Scott Storch in fucking dogfighting ring, I'd be like, okay. You know what I mean? I could see it, I guess. He's into some crazy shit. I wouldn't be like too thrown off by it.
You think it would hit the news? I don't think it'd even hit the news.
Oh, it would. It definitely would. It definitely would hit the wood. And if it didn't hit like the mainstream, like CNN type news, it would absolutely hit all the hip hop news, and it would be gigantic. It'd be gigantic.
So, what would be one hit song that Michael Vick would be a part of if he was Scott Storch?
Wow. Probably something with DMX and the Dogs. Where my dogs at?
Ooh. Actually, they're like ferocious with the foam. It's bad.
I them kind of dogs.
Oh shit, he fed that well. He said, "I ain't fucking." Huh?
Definitely a DMX record.
Yeah, I can see him doing the soundtrack to Cujo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I could fuck with that. I could definitely fuck with that.
So let's go into my next segment. It's called Impulse Q&A, and pretty much I got cards that have questions on there, but they don't pay me, so I don't say the name of the company, number one. But they have great questions from a fan perspective, and
okay.
You have the ability to pass, but you still got to answer 3 questions.
Okay.
And it's random, like literally, I'm about to 2,
Let's see.
1, random. Don't know what they say, and we'll get into it. Question number 1. What would be the worst ingredients to fill a burrito with?
Mayonnaise.
He said right away, mayonnaise. Don't put no fucking mayonnaise in my burrito. That's disgusting.
Mayonnaise don't belong nowhere in general, but especially not in no fucking burrito.
Can you imagine carne asada with a side of mayonnaise?
Nah, I don't. Nah, nope. Can't imagine it. Don't want to imagine it.
Fuck that. Question number 2. I feel like we can answer this question for real. What is the dumbest way you've been injured?
That's a good question. Okay, I got one. I pulled a muscle from sneezing.
Damn. How fucking powerful was that sneeze? Did you make the wall move?
It was pretty crazy. My neck was fucked up for like 2 days from a sneeze. That's a good one right there.
I'll tell you one of mine. I tore my rotator cuff sleeping.
That sucks.
No pillow. You grew up on a couch. You learned to go like this. I eventually tore my rotator cuff.
Damn.
You know what it's like?
One of them. They make them pillows with the hole in it, and you can put your arm through and lay on the pillow like that. Shit is crazy. I'm trying to get one.
Shit, I'm trying to get one now too. I didn't know that shit existed.
Oh, dude, look it up. This shit is a game changer. It looks like a game. I haven't tried it, but it looks like a fucking game changer.
Oh, shit. Either one of us are gonna get it, and we'll talk about it later on.
Yeah, if you're a side sleeper, that's the move.
Bro, my kids jump in the fucking bed. It don't matter. They got nice beds. They got their own room, but they still find their way to our fucking bed. And they like to stretch out, man. I'll be on the edge of the bed of a king-size bed. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 3. What's the most awkward thing that happens to you on a regular basis? Good question.
Oh, I can't really. Nothing really awkward happens to me on a daily basis. I can't really say.
So he said pass. Pass on that good question.
That's funny though that you would ask a question with the word awkward in it to me. I feel bad that I didn't answer it now.
No, the crazy part is I pulled that at random.
That's cool.
Question number 3. What would you do if you were invisible for a day? Probably
Probably steal a lot of money. steal a lot of money. I'd
From
steal
who?
so much from anybody. Banks. I'd steal so much money. I think that would be my number one priority, to steal money.
Until I go back to being invincible.
Yeah, if I could be invisible for one, I mean, you only had 24 hours. Wouldn't you want to just get all the money? Right? 24 hours? No one's gonna know.
I gotta spend like 2 hours in Donald Trump's office and Dr. Ferrucci's laptop seeing what the fuck is the real.
But you gotta think too, man, that's travel time. Where the fuck is Trump gonna be that day? You gotta be on a plane all fucking day. You're gonna waste your whole fucking day on that one thing. You only got 24 hours to be invisible.
But shit, bro, by the time I get to wherever he's at, it's open game. I'm getting everything.
You're gonna wake up the next day and be visible again. And that's it. I'd rather wake up with lots of money.
All right, let me ask you this question then. If you were forced to go on an island by yourself with one item to sell to the people, what item would you have to get back?
Water. And toilet paper, apparently.
I asked that same question to whatchamacallit. Why am I forgetting people's names? That's fucked up. I asked the question to, I really can't remember his fucking name.
Was he a rapper?
Yeah, he's a rapper. His name's Baby Gas. And I asked that question and he was like, no, I'm gonna go to Africa and I'm gonna have those drinkable straws. And I'm gonna start at the ocean water, drinking the water with this straw and start selling them. And then I'll be able to get back to America in one day.
It's a lot of manufacturing costs.
He was like, I got water and I got toilet paper. It's selling like crack.
I'm gonna get the water. I've seen it firsthand in the last couple of weeks. This shit'll work.
True, very true. Bro, what are you most excited for coming up? I know we got the video out with Method Man is doing well. What else?
We were about to drop some vinyl for the Method Man song. A badass, like, limited edition color vinyl, autographed by me and Meth, and just like craziness. Like, the vinyl was gonna be mustard yellow. It was gonna be the record itself, like, to match the text on the cover. I don't know if you've seen the cover, the drawing cover that we have. The vinyl is gonna match the text color, like the record when you pull it out. It'll be ridiculous. But we had to push it back because the virus. I mean, I could make it right now, but it's like no one's really interested in buying things right now. We're kind of just like figuring this whole thing out and trying to survive. I think when everything gets moving back again, then we'll drop it. Not sure if we're gonna drop it ourselves. There's a couple labels actually interested in doing vinyl deals, so we might do that. We got a song with E40 coming out whenever this whole mess is over, some point. That's the next step. We want to do a video. We don't know if that's officially going to be a video.
Now, when you say we, are you talking about you and Hallway Productions or you and Mac?
Collage as well is on the song. It's me and Collage, and then Hallway did the beat, and then 40, and actually Goldie from the Federation is on the chorus. So it's real crazy. We would like to do a video. I'm not sure if all that's gonna work out with all parties involved, but either way, you'll probably be hearing the song at the very least at some point soon when the apocalypse fucking ends. Then we got, I just got contacted like 2 days ago by Complex. They're making a huge documentary on Conor McGregor with Snapchat. And they want to use portions of my podcast with Nate Diaz on the documentary. Sick. And they want to bring me in for an interview to be on the fucking documentary. I'm gonna be on a Conor McGregor documentary talking about how badass Nate Diaz is. Like, fuck Conor McGregor. I'm here to talk about Nate Diaz. Right. I don't go fuck about this leprechaun ass motherfucker. But
shout out Stockton, man.
So more than likely, we're gonna be on this big Conor McGregor documentary. What else? While we're in quarantine, I'm doing the video game stream. So we're on Twitch. I just became a Twitch affiliate. I just qualified. I got invited to the program where they can start paying me, and I can get like a subscription service on Twitch. So we're streaming live video games, talking to the fans, smoking with the homies, and fucking chilling live, playing video games, man. So that's what we're doing at home. since I can't go nowhere, making a little bit of money on the side playing video games. I never would have thought I'd be making money playing video games, but we doing that on the side and just writing music and exercising, getting ready to, when this shit is all over, we're gonna be ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, that's fucking dope. He said, I'm at home chiefing and playing video games with my fans, and I'm getting paid for it.
It's the most fire thing in the world. Maybe I'm gonna quit rap. Shit. I might quit rap if that's
what game you playing?
Huh? I shit up all the time, dude. Last night we played the new Resident Evil 3 remake that just came out. I beat that live. Dude, I was streaming for like 4.5 hours with everybody, man. Just chatting with everyone. We played Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Fortnite, fucking all kinds of Super Mario, whatever. I got all kinds of games, man.
So are they sending you games too? Or is that just, whatever you luckily have?
I just have a lot, dude. I don't need no one to send me shit. I got a lot.
He said, just send me my check.
I got a lot. Just tell me what you want me to play and let me go pull it up in the archive.
Nah, real talk. Real fucking talk. Man, what's one thing you're trying to do before it's all said and done? I know you're in radio. I know you're just across the board, bruh. And so, I gotta ask this question because you have so much more I feel like you're gonna do, but what's the ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal, my passion is all this art stuff, whether it be, music or, all the different things that I do. But, really it's just the first step in, gaining influence and money to try to change the world and set forth good things in the world and donate money to the right places, starting foundations to do real shit because politicians are dickheads. So, those are the real goals, end game goals. But as far as the entertainment business, but the main thing that I haven't done yet that I want to do is movies. I want to do movies and I want to write a book. Those are the two main ones I would say that I haven't done yet that are coming up soon. So I've been reading a lot of books lately and it got me thinking I'm already starting to jot down random stories from my life already, and we'll eventually put them together into something. But I want to do movies and I want to write a book. Those are two big ones.
Dope. And you definitely have a story that can be read millions of times. And I'm pretty sure you have enough stories from just being in the industry that can make movies, TV shows for years to come.
I appreciate that, man. But you know what? I almost don't really want to write a book about myself and my life. I kind of want to I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to write yet.
I got you. You know what you should do?
What's that?
Teach these kids how to fucking battle rap in a book.
That's funny. The battle rap book just came out. That was another thing too that made me want to write a book because this battle rap book came out and they got a whole chapter named after me. And so there's all this shit in this book. And then the Eminem movie, Body came out and they said, what a bunch of divas in the movie. So I got a shout out in the movie. But so next time, man, I'm close, man. I've worked behind the scenes on a TV show. We're close. I got to get to a movie. That's the next step is the movies.
Yes, sir. Oh, I see it. Absolutely. Whether you're actually writing some of the scripts for some of these people.
Whatever.
I can see it.
The floor too. It's good. We'll do all of it.
Hell yeah, bro. Now this is why I do it, and you've been in radio, you know all the shit. If you notice, my show is unique. It's a little bit of the same, but it's completely different. And the last part of this segment of my segments is, you got any questions for me?
Well, what's your favorite rap battle?
Favorite rap battle. Shit, the one I like to watch the most and laugh about is Cannabis and Disaster.
That's a good one, man. Okay, well, what's your top 3 favorite rap albums of all time?
Top 3 favorite rap albums of all time. I'm gonna have to go with In a Major Way, E40. I'm gonna have to go Doggy Style, Snoop.
Very fair as well.
And then shit, I'm gonna have to go Blueprint, Jay-Z.
That's very fair. That's very fair. Okay.
Like, yeah, bro. The first two people I listened to music wise, like my stepdad was like a country music head. All he did was love country music. Whenever I used to put like rap music on, it would be jungle music. Don't be putting on the jungle music on my station. And it's like, motherfucker, you racist. Do you understand that? And you know, he didn't get that shit. And instead, like, we had a fight to listen to it. And my sister, she's half black. And so like she was the one that really put me on to listening to rap music, and you know, it helped justify my culture.
Yeah.
So E42 and Snoop Dogg was the first two people I listened to. And then the funny part is Snoop Dogg, you know, presents my show now. So it's like fucking insane.
Damn, that's what's up, man. So that's the homie, huh?
Yeah, Uncle Snoop's Army, Bobby D presents, man. This show would be nothing without them.
Hey, that's what's up, man. He's one person that I'm very, very surprised that I have never ran into yet. Never really interacted with, never ran into, never met. Sure as hell never met. Yeah, very surprised.
Since we said that, have you met M? Of course.
I've never met M, but I know that I've had 100% confirmation that he has watched my shit for sure.
Well, you know, in all actuality, you probably have like 100 million streams, like from views and everything combined.
Yeah, a lot, man.
So you know.
Drake scene, M scene, fucking all these motherfuckers I've seen, bro. It's crazy.
Have you ever caught one of these rappers use one of your bars that you've, you know, done in a freestyle battle and one of their like 16?
So much shit, dude. I've heard so much shit. But you know, shit just be similar too. You know what I mean? Like I be sitting on stuff too. What's funny is when I have something that's similar, like for instance, when we dropped the Method Man song, I think in Eminem's new album, he had like a line that was like similar to something that I rhymed in the song. I don't remember which line, but he had something similar to it. And a few people had left a comment on our video. And it's funny, I just think of myself like, man, these people only knew we wrote this song like 2.5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is old ass bars. You know what I'm saying? Eminem is just saying it on his album today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Eminem doesn't hold this shit as long as I hold my shit. I guarantee it's more recent than my shit.
No, I've actually heard a lot about it lately, that a lot of rappers are struggling for words to say because they're running out of things to talk about. They're running out of shit to relate to. And, you know, they made all these hits about sleeping with all these women, and now they're married with kids and they're sewn up. They can't make hits like that no more.
The thing, man, you got to evolve. You got to rap about some grown man shit, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, music is about life. Just because it's rap music doesn't mean the shit expires because you can't be a gangster no more or whatever the fuck. Like, bro, if you want to make music, make music. There's no expiration date. I don't give a fuck if you're 117 years old. If you walk up to this camera right now and spit crazy bars, no one's gonna give a fuck how old you are. In fact, it might make you better. It might actually help you. So I don't, all that shit is bullshit. Like maybe 15 years ago when major labels were running everything, but this is the internet. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just be good. If you're good, that's all that's gonna matter, is be good. If you're a 900-year-old man and you got that shit, then people gonna respect it. They're not gonna be like, oh, you too old to rap. They're gonna be like, nah, this motherfucker spit. This old ass man is spitting.
Yeah, they fucked up when they had the internet and being viral came out and it was a thing because, you know, it gave everyone a chance.
You know, rap is also very hard on older people because it's like, it's a very roasting like culture, you know what I mean? So it's like, get your old ass out of here trying to rap. You know what I mean? But in any other genre, people are old as fuck. Look at Willie Nelson. There's no one out there saying, Willie, sit your old ass down and stop performing. Nobody. Everybody wants him to perform more. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact opposite. No one is doing that shit to none of these old rock stars or none of that shit that's out there performing like Metallica or fucking, you know what I mean? The Rolling Stones or some shit. Like, no one's mad at them. It's just rap. It's the only one that's like that.
I went to Rock the Bells years ago or whatever. It was like Ice Cube headline. No, it was Nas and Damian Marley were headlining. Long story short, it was up north at the amphitheater in why am I forgetting the fucking name of it? By Palo Alto. But make
Shoreline?
Huh?
Not the Shoreline, right?
I think it was the Shoreline Amphitheater.
Oh, Mountain View?
Yeah, Mountain View. There we go. Right next to it. You feel me? So Mountain View, Shoreline Amphitheater is Rock the Bells, and whatchamacallit with the patch comes on and performs. Why am I forgetting his fucking name?
The God.
Yeah, I know. I'm insulted right now in so many ways because I just fucking dropped the ball on this. Oh shit. Hold on. When shit's connected to your laptop, I'm like, how the fuck did I get through? Damn, why am I forgetting his fucking name? I could probably spit his rap before I remember his name. But he came on and performed, and they played a Migos type beat. He started to rap. The whole crowd booed him. And then he hit his classic shit. And, you know, the whole crowd went crazy. And so, you know, I bring that up because there's elements to this that if people try too hard, it won't work. You can reinvent yourself, but you try too hard, it won't work. It takes one from the classic vibe. Huh?
You got to be you at the end of the day, but you can evolve, but everybody's different. Art is so random. There's no rule. You know what I mean? There's a motherfucker that can change their sound a million times and it works. Then there's a motherfucker like Too Short who rap the same forever and it still works. You know what I mean? So it just depends who you are and what you're doing. Sometimes you need to change up. Sometimes you don't. It's just different. It's all different depending, you know? But even Too Short, you know, he upped his bars and his fucking, his beats, you know, have updated with the times as well. Obviously, you got to update your shit. It's not taking away from your artistic integrity to be with the times and be current, but you don't want to just make music just because you think someone else might like it. You know what I mean? You got to make the shit for you and be true to your style. But at the same time, you do want to stay current and you do want to stay updated. You don't want to do some out of touch, fucking outdated ass shit either. It ain't good. Nobody wants that shit. Coming out here rapping like 1991. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Oh, real talk. Man, it's Contrast Uncut, Season 2, Episode 27. Man, shout out Bobby D Presents, Uncle Snoop's Army. I would not be able to do this without y'all, or would I be able to have guests like this gentleman today? You know, as I call him a gentleman, because he be roasting the fuck out of everybody when you hit the stage. Man, Okwerdz, brother, I appreciate you, man. It's been one hell of an episode, man. You gave a lot of good stories.
You gotta let Snoop know, man. I need to come burn one. Let him know.
Man,
I wanted Underground Heat one time, the little competition that he had, and he tweeted me and Dirtbag Dan one time, but that's the only time I ever spoke to him. I don't think he probably remembers or even knows who the hell I am, but I'd love to kick it with him.
Just let you know that Snoop is the Sandman. He'll put you to sleep.
I'm ready, bro. I want to get put to sleep. I want the smoke of getting put to sleep, bro. It's great.
Hey, the cool part is that it's not like it's a whole bunch of white people. They ain't gonna draw dicks on your head if you fall asleep in the studio.
Yeah, nah, I'd be more nervous to be that high around white people. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen.
Exactly. I know I'm gonna do no goofy shit around some real ones.
Yeah, white people are crazy, man. But yeah, I want to fuck with Snoop, man, for real. Tell that fool I said what's up, man. I know he had to have seen me before because he fucks with Arsenal. He had to have seen that. That's the funny thing. Everybody that fucks with all these other battle rappers, it eventually has to come around to me beating them in a battle.
Yeah, bro, you're Mr. Undeniable. You just ain't never been called that.
Okay. Yep. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Ock motherfucking Wheezy. Put him in a box and say easy. You are now locked and loaded, tuned in to Contrast Uncut, man.